Hey, this is Brian Crawford with Revitalize New Mexico. I wanted to show you this house that we just picked up the other day. Now, a lot has happened in a week, and I sure hope that the sound quality is a lot better than that first video. We just wanted to get something posted, and our camera died, so we ended up using a cell phone for that first video. So hopefully, as these things go on, our production value will go up a little bit, and it'll look a lot better. That's our hope. So hold us to it, keep us accountable on that. But first, I wanted to get you back into this house because it's it's a great house, and this one is over here on Edgecliff in Farmington, and as you can see, it's seen better days. But the other day when we were out here, it looked like there was a garage sale going on. Now those tires are going away. It's just part of the cleanup process. So we called AMF Cleanup Services. They're a locally owned company here. Great guys over there. They started this Wednesday afternoon, and I think they're hauling some more dump trailers out here now, but they're just staging these because they have to be disposed of properly. Now, a lot of people, when they're doing flips, they'll just hire somebody off of Craigslist to do the cleanup. The biggest reason you don't want to do that is that you don't know where the debris is going. As you well know, in San Juan County, we do have an issue with illegal dumping. So when you hire a reputable company to come in and do cleanup, they're going to dispose of it properly and make sure that you're covered. Because if somebody sees some of your paperwork laying around, or somebody else, the buyer of the property, and they know it came from your house and there's illegal dumping going on, you're going to be accountable for that. And that's the last thing you need to affect your budget on a flip, is to cut some dollars by having somebody do it the wrong way, and then you end up getting fined. Plus, we want to be neighborly. Our mission is to improve lives through the sale and acquisition of real estate. Now, last time, if you were with us last time, there was a nasty, dirty old mattress sitting on the floor in this room. As you can see, they're not quite done with cleanup yet, but there's not just piles and piles and piles of garbage everywhere. There's a lot of good natural light in here. We don't have a single light on in the place. We've actually got a licensed electrician who came out and looked at it this week. He said the electrical service has been upgraded. It needs a little love, but we have licensed contractors coming out to do that. The other thing that we're doing is we had Sunglass, who is the only locally owned glass company now. They actually came out, and when I bought this house, I had budgeted for new windows because you never know what's going to happen with the windows. So we always budget for those. But they came out, their salesman came out, and he looked at the windows and he goes, "You know what, Brian?" He goes, "These are double pane windows and they're fine. Obviously we could improve with some newer low E windows, but I think these are good windows. They're way better than single pane, and on your project, I don't think it's necessary to go ahead and change them." So I said, "Hey, thanks, Jeremy. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the integrity." And that's what you get with a lot of locally owned companies, is you get people who work with integrity because they live here, they work here, their kids go to school here, their dads went to school here, their dad's friends live here. So they have long-term investment in the community, and they're not looking to just make a dollar off of you today. They want to create a long-term relationship. So you'll notice that I avoid using big companies as much as I possibly can. I want to use the little guys because I think we can really control the quality, and I want to keep our dollars local. So that's going to be an ongoing theme with this build, is that we're going to be using local contractors, local electricians, local plumbing companies. We're going to be using everything we can locally. If you were here with us last time, there's a big pile of trash over there. You probably remember that there was clothing in here. There was a stack of God knows what in that corner. And, it's still pretty dirty, but at the end of the day, it looks a lot better than it did. The other thing that we have is we had cigarette butts, empty liquor bottles, all kinds of nasty stuff in this room. So what we've done is AMF came out here, they cleaned it out. They actually ripped up the old carpets for us. I asked them to do that while they were out here just because I didn't want to mess with anything when we were done. I just wanted to be able to start the demolition to get the project done. Now they do demolition. We'll do some of the demolition ourselves. We're not afraid to tear things up. We're just afraid of putting them back together sometimes. So this room had, a stack of pornography in the corner over here. It had like a whip and some dog waste in the corner down here. Like I said, it's not swept out yet. It still smells awful, but AMF has done a fantastic job in a short amount of time, and I have every confidence that they're going to finish this up. So these doors, I think, we were just looking at those, debating on what we're going to do with them. I think we're going to replace those with a more modern looking door. I like the 6-panel doors, but I kind of want something that just looks a little nicer, Plus, somebody got angry and punched a hole in this one. Pretty sure that's what that is. See there? Anyway. So we'll replace those. This room had a nasty old mattress in it. It had speaker wire everywhere. It still does. Like, what do you think of this? All you sound guys. I know this wasn't one of you guys, but anyway, surround sound speakers, a map, a little hole in the wall. Now, this has a tub on the other side. So a lot of these houses, I've actually done, this will be my third one of these houses in this neighborhood. We kind of focus on this neighborhood because there are really nice houses. Let's just look at the neighborhood real quick. There are some really nice houses in the neighborhood. And like you can tell, this house right across the street, they take beautiful care of their house, and they have to look across the street at this pile of junk every day. So we want to make sure that we're doing those guys a service and improving this neighborhood when we go to do these flips. So these doors will be rehung. They look awful. This, there's no trim, so we don't have to rip off the trim. Yay! No trim demolition. So I really like the fact that we were able to get those guys in here to clean it up pretty quickly, because now there's a lot of things I really like to look at. I'm really glad we were able to get those guys in here, because there's so much trash against the walls, we really didn't know what to expect. I'm not an expert by any means, but I think I see some bubbling in the paint, which I've done this enough to realize I do believe when I'm looking at this stuff, I think there's potentially some evidence of termites. Potentially. I don't know for sure, guys. Here's the thing with termites, is I'm not an expert when it comes to termites. We're doing a whole new skim coat, new texture, the whole 9 yards on this house. It would be really easy just to skim coat the thing, destroy any evidence of termites. We're not gonna do that. We wanna operate our business with the highest level of integrity. So we're gonna get a professional pest inspector in here. We're gonna have them inspect it, get their opinion. If it does have evidence of termites, we're gonna treat it. We're gonna do the right thing. We wanna make sure that the buyer of this house has a quality place to call home when it's all said and done. So we're gonna take good care of people. We're gonna do things the right way, all the way along the way. So let's check out this room right here. This is the bathroom. And I was really surprised because when we bought this house, we were told that it was gonna be cleaned out and it was gonna be ready to go. But as you can see, I don't think they took anything with them. And you can see that in the last video. If you want to see it in that last video, it'll be, at the end of this video, it'll be like up here in an icon, like right on this corner of the screen. If you're liking what we're seeing so far, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so that you can follow this all the way through. We just had the painter out. The painter is going to be painting these white. These are actually really good cabinets, which I'm excited about because I thought I was gonna have to rip out all the cabinets and throw new stuff in here, but these are nice. So what I see a lot of people doing on flip houses is they'll come in and they'll want to do anything and everything they've ever wanted to do because they've been watching the TV shows and they've been watching the flips and all that kind of stuff. And it's not feasible that you can do everything you want to do. You can do a lot. You can do a lot, and you can do it on a budget, and you can shop it out, and you can work it on some flexible terms, that sort of thing, to make it cost effective. Like, I'm generaling this myself. Now, we have other people coming in and pulling permits and that sort of thing. But this wall, we'd like to get rid of it. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. We may have to put a beam here, but we've really got to get with a contractor, a licensed contractor, a framer, and see what it would take to get rid of this wall. It may not be feasible to get rid of it. This right here will give you a pretty good idea of what the backyard, or of what the whole house looked like. AMF has not been in this room yet, as you can see. Now, they actually have been in this room because a lot of this stuff came from the attic. And as far as I can tell, the attic is completely clean at this point. Oh, what is this? Huh. Wiring diagram for 1973 Duster. That might be valuable to somebody. If you want a wiring diagram for 1973 Plymouth Duster, you just let me know. Got one. It's not going to be here long. Actually, whew, that's kind of scary. Oh my. Oh. Yeesh. I'm not. Let's just do this. Oh, there's still some stuff up here. There's still quite a bit of stuff up here, as a matter of fact. They haven't made it all the way up here yet. That's all right. They'll get there. Let's check out the backyard. This is where they made the most progress. This is really impressive. I know there's a lot of stuff still, but let's let the camera adjust for a second. We'll come out here. This house is going to be white when it's all said and done, but not like dirty white. It's going to be actual white. It's going to be really pretty when we're all done. And then it's going to have a black roof. We've already got roofing material sitting there. We've had the roofer come out. This house, this is kind of the hidden gem in this house, is that we've actually got a really nice shop back here. And it needs some trim work, so we're going to have somebody out to fix the trim on it. As you can see, we've got a bit of a mess on our hands. And AMF's not quite done yet. They'll be back out to finish this up. So yeah, I wonder what that is. Oh, interesting. But there's a lot of stuff out here. There's a lot of stuff out here. So really curious. But this shop was completely full. So there was a ton of stuff in the shop. All these shelves were completely full. As you can see, we got some insulation going down. We're gonna make sure that's fixed. The electrician has already told me that this lighting was definitely not up to code. They were running it off of an extension cord from the main house, which is illegal, and it's a fire hazard. And the last thing we want to do is sell a house and then it catches on fire, or the shop catches on fire, or whatever. Hey, there's a wrench there, if anybody wants it. Has a nice door over here. But, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of potential. I think this is actually one of the biggest yards in all of Cherry Hill subdivision. It's a massive yard. I think it's going to be great when it's all done. So stay tuned, guys. It's coming along. I know it doesn't look like a lot has happened in the last week, but trust me, a lot has happened. We've had the electrician out here. We've had painters out here. We've had the flooring guys out here. All of which are local contractors, by the way. So we try to keep our dollars local the best we can. But here it is. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please hit that like button on the bottom and subscribe so that you can follow us on this journey.